Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, welcome to Entry. I, Deepmani Bhardwaj, welcomes you all again, and today we are going to have a discussion on very important topic, that is how to crack IBPS PO 2020 in the first attempt. See, this year you have already seen that in the month of July, IPS already gave its notification for RRB. I mean, about the application form, IPS already closed its application part of the RRB part in July, and this month, that is in the month of August, its application are open for IPS PO. So you are already having the vacancy for both IPS PO and IPS RRB. So it's a very good sign for you all. By seeing a B.Ed's exam also, that government has conducted the B.Ed entrance examination, that means dates are not far that your examination are going to be scheduled now. Fine. So let's start with a topic. Crack IPS PO 2020 in the first attempt itself. So before starting the topic, we'll discuss when are the exams being going to be conducted. So first of all, coming on the topic of IPS PO prelims, IBPS PO prelims is scheduled to be conducted on 3rd, 10th and 11th of October, that is of 2020, whereas mains is scheduled on 28th November 2020. Serious aspirants are well aware of the level of the competition in this exam, and therefore they are making best use of the remaining time. As you know, already the month of August is going on and mid of August is already over. So that means you are left with the September, as in the starting month of the October your exams are going to start. So there is not much time left. Now you have to be very serious, but apart from being serious, you must know the best strategies so that you can get into the bank in the first attempt itself. First, candidates who are appearing for the exam for the first time are wondering if it is possible to crack the exam in their first attempt and how to crack IPS PO in the first attempt. So it is absolutely possible to crack IPS PO in your first attempt. IPS PO is not a difficult exam. If you go through the syllabus in details, you will realize that most of the syllabus is of basic high school level. The thing is that our mind is washed in such a way that this exam is very difficult, this exam is very simple. Don't listen to anyone. Just look for the previous year's paper and you'll get to know that it's a very simple exam. The syllabus is of maximum part is of 10th level, that is almost whole syllabus is from your basic high school level. So the only problem is the lack of your proper study plan. So we are going to discuss each and everything on that. Now, examinations pattern. See, the first thing that you should know is the IPS PO examination pattern. The first thing is that whenever you are going in a war, for example, if you are going in a war and you don't know which sword is to be used at what time, which material is to be used at what time, so I don't think so that you will be able to win the battle, isn't it? So for winning the battle, you must know properly that which all materials are to be used at what time, at the proper time, isn't it? A proper practice is also required before the fighting in the war, isn't it? So the first thing you should know is the IPS examination pattern. And without having a clear knowledge of the selection procedure of IPS PO, you cannot plan your preparation. So IPS PO has 3 stages as under, that is, the first stage is your prelims, then comes the mains, and then comes your personal interview, that is your PI round. Now, first stage has 3 sections, namely the English language, quantitative aptitude and the reasoning ability. Candidates who are shortlisted in prelims can appear for the mains exam. So this prelims is just acting as a gateway. So it's a gateway so that you can enter into the mains, because this mains and personal interview is going to play the important role as their marks would be added. Fine. Now coming on to the mains part, mains examination has an objective test and a descriptive test. The objective test has 4 sections, namely English language, data analysis and interpretation, reasoning and computer aptitude, and the general awareness, where all current affairs and everything is asked. Fine. Descriptive test includes the letter essay, letter writing and the essay. Candidates who clear the IPS PO mains are called for the PI, that is your personal interview, and the final selection is based on the marks secured by the candidates in your mains and personal interview. That's what I said. For the prelims part, you are just acting as a gateway. I mean, if you are clearing the pre part, you will be entering into the mains part. And this mains exam will play a significant role because its marks would be counted along with your personal interview. So this will give you the main selection. That is, your main ranking will come out from it. Fine. Now, I am going to discuss all these steps that are going to help you out to crack the exam in the first attempt itself. Coming on to the first step. What's the first step? The first step is the timetables creation. See, timetable creation is of utmost importance. It's very important. Once you are thorough with the IPS PO syllabus and have listed down the easy and difficult topics for each section, you have to create a realistic timetable that you can follow. See, the word realistic timetable means that you must be able to follow this timetable. The thing is that we have been making timetable from our childhood itself, isn't it? And most of the time it happens that we follow this timetable for 1 day or 2 days, and after a week or so you do what? You say, oh, it's only a 1 day, I'll do it for the next day. Then you say it's only 2 days, I'll go and cover up this 2 days syllabus in the third day. And in this manner, everything piles up and everything just collapses, isn't it? So don't do that. Now, allocate separate time slots for each of the sections as well as for reading, learning, new concepts, solving practice questions and revision. At this point, focus more on the 3 sections of the prelims because the first part is to enter that gate, as I already told you, and this gate would be crossed by clearing the exam where 3 sections of the prelims would be asked. Fine. Now, your second step. Coming on to the second step, before coming on to the second step, there are some parts as well for the timetable creation. Allocate 2 hours daily for the extra sections of the mains exam, like to read newspapers, good English news channels, because this good news channel and your newspapers are going to play a significant role in 2 main things. The 2 things are, first of all, you will be able to know that what all current affairs are going on all around you. Fine. Apart from that, if you are reading a newspaper and if you are listening to good news channels, you will be able to improve your English also. So it will act as a very important, significant part, because you will be able to improve your GA plus you will be able to improve your English from it. Fine. So it will play an important role in covering up these 2 sections. Now, your writing skills are also going to improve, isn't it? So keep in mind your daily routine, needs, strengths and weakness while creating the timetable. Spend more time on your weak sections topics so as to have a continuously strength or your weak points and make it stronger one right from the very starting. Fine. Now coming on to the second step. For the second step, I'll say please clear up your concepts. For clearing up your concepts, what you will do? You have to keep your basics of every topic very clear. The thing is that many students ask me that, sir, is there any short trick for that? See, I tell you one thing, that short trick is nothing, it's just your practice. The thing is that when you practice anything again and again, you will be able to know that what all steps are to be skipped. For example, if a question has these 5 steps, and if you are well known to that question and if you have practiced again and again, you will get to know that only starting 2 steps and last step was important. That is, I can skip these 2 steps, and while skipping these 2 steps, I'll get to know that yeah, it is the fastest method, isn't it? So short trick is just after, it will come just after clearing your basic concepts. So the general awareness, computer and English sections are about memorizing various important facts and figures. You will have to memorize it, so you will have to start it from the very starting itself. The quantitative aptitude and reasoning ability sections need one to go deep and practice as much as possible, as everyone knows that practice makes men perfect. And for the quant and reasoning part, I'll say that practice as much as you can, because if you will practice a lot, you will be able to solve each and every type of question that are asked in the exam, so that any type of question if it is asked in the exam, you will be able to solve it very easily. Fine. Now, coming on to the third step, please develop the reading habits. Allocate some of the time every day for reading. Reading newspapers, magazines of current affairs, English grammar books, English novels, theories of quantitative aptitude, reasoning ability, computer. Now, what will happen by reading these? Improve your reading speed and make sure you understand what you read. The thing is that many students do what? They just keep on reading it, and after reading, they find that they have read each and everything and they were not able to understand anything. Fine. So the only thing that you can do is, when you're reading anything, it's not necessary that you're reading only newspaper. You can read any of the thing, that newspaper, magazine, English grammar books, English novels, anything. But when you're reading, please try to understand what is written in that. And if you are able to understand that, please make the notes of it, highlight the important points you read. It may include your formulas, steps to solve the equations, important rules, facts, and other important points. See, these important points will help you in revision, because at the ending, when you will revise, you must have a short book or a short note where you can just revise all those things and your mind gets just refreshed with that. If you are not going to write all these notes, the thing will happen that in the ending, while going for the examination, you will have a lot of pages that it would be in the form of bundles, and you will not be able to understand what to read and what to not. So at the ending, you must have your notes with you. So please make notes while studying. Now, coming on to the fourth step, memorize your important points. The various formulas, steps to solve problems, rules, and other important points and facts should be at your fingertips, so that you don't have to think twice before attempting a question. And all this will come after practice only. I've already told you that practice is going to make you perfect. So please practice as much as you can. So understand them first and then memorize them with heart. Practice them timely. Coming on to the fifth step, go through the example questions. These example questions, I'll give you a best part from that. See, from the childhood, we have seen that in every book, first of all, we are given with the examples in our maths book, and then we are asked to solve the exercise, isn't it? But from the very starting, most of us used to skip that. Please do not do it now, because going through the example problems for every topic you finish will give you an idea about the type of questions asked in the examination, as well as how to approach them. One thing that I'll suggest you, please do not go with the solutions given by the book. You can take an idea from there, you can take a rough idea from there, but after understanding that, please try to solve them yourself with the best method. This best method could be which was told by your teacher, or it can be which came by your practice. So please use your own method. Fine. You will discover that some questions need common sense to solve, some needs application of formulas, some may need a more critical and analytical approach, and some are based on your knowledge and ability to memorize the information. See, every question is not same, every question is not meant to be attempted. So you have to do, the only one thing is that practice as much as you can, because the thing is that in many questions you will just see the question and just after looking at the option you can take that answer. First part, some question would be there where you would have to solve all the questions with those long steps, where you are going to use the traditional method and it would take your time. Third part can be where you can use those short tricks, and these short tricks are those which will come only after your practice. Fine. So questions are of different types, so it depends on you that how you are tackling with the question. Now, coming on to the sixth step, please solve practice questions. After example questions, you need to solve IPS PO practice questions. This will improve your problem solving abilities. So solve sufficient number of practice questions for every topic during the time allocated for practicing. Also, you should mark the questions that you are unable to answer or get incorrect, so that you can visit them later and revise the practice. So analyzing after practicing is of utmost importance. See, whenever you are trying to solve or practicing any question, you must know that where you were and the place where you were unable to solve that question, or where the question took a lot of time for you. So please note it down so that it doesn't happen in the examination. The thing is that we are studying very hard. Now when you are going to give your examination must be like you are sitting in the mains examination. That is, you are sitting in this examination center, and you are giving the examination for the IPS PO. Please give examination like that. And after your time period is over, please try to understand that what all were your weak points, so that you can convert those weak points into the stronger one. Fine, because after the mains exam you are not going to get chance, but right now you can get the chance to make all the weak points your stronger one. Now coming on to the seventh step, please improve your time management. If you study according to these steps, you will find that most of the topics in the syllabus of IPS PO are very easy, and you are able to solve most of the questions. What makes the examination challenging is not your vast syllabus, but the time duration within which you need to finish the whole paper. I've already told you, the thing is that, see, examination is having only a basic standard of 10th class. Fine. Now if your basics are strong, I don't think so that you are going to face any problem. If you will be given a lot of time now, you will be able to solve each and question. The only thing is that you are unable to solve those number of questions in the given time slot, and that can only happen when you will practice those questions. See, in prelims you have to answer 100 questions in 1 hour. That is, for 100 questions you are having 60 minutes. Within 60 minutes you have to solve 100 questions. That means for a single question you are not having even 1 minute of time. Are you getting me? So this everything will happen only when you are practicing them again and again. And in mains you have to answer 157 questions, that is both objective and descriptive, in 3 hours and 30 minutes. Moreover, in both prelims and mains, you need to finish every section within the time allocated for it. So you need to have a good time management skills, and you need to maintain a balance between your speed and your accuracy, which can be achieved only with time bound practice. Fine. So what you will do, you can use our application also. At entry we are giving you a mock test via which you can understand that how much time is to be given for what all topics. Fine. Now, so as you solve practice questions, develop the habit of keeping track of the time you are spending on each question and learn how to control it. You can use the stopwatch for it. The time spent for per question will depend, just a second, the time spent per question will depend upon the difficulty level of the question. So you need to assess that as well, and this can be achieved when you solve a wide variety of questions of different difficulty levels. Fine. And from where you will get these questions? You can get these questions at our entry application. I'll let you know about it later on. 8th step, take the mock test. Taking IPS-PU mock test on a regular basis will help you in multiple ways. You will get used to the pattern and level of the examination. You will identify the important topics as well as the topics where you are weak. You will build stamina and concentration, and above all, develop a smart strategy to take the examination so that your accuracy is maximum and negative marking becomes minimum. This is important because this negative marking also plays a significant role in your examination. So make sure that you get the negative marking as minimum as possible, and I want that there should be no negative marking, only plus mark should be there. So once you finish the whole syllabus, take as many mock tests as possible and improve your weaknesses and overall test taking strategy, and all these tests are available at our entry application. So please go through the application, and in case you face any doubt, comment section is available for you. You can ask any type of doubt from us. Now coming on to the 9th step, this is very important, that is revise regularly. Even if you feel confident about a particular topic or subject, revise them on a regular basis, otherwise you will forget. Regular revision of the whole syllabus is highly important, as must be a part of your preparation plan. Now you already know that how to crack IPSPO in the first attempt. Now make the best use of the remaining time, finish the IPSPO syllabus and take the mock test. Fine. Now the important point is that what all things you have to do just before the examination. That is the day before the examination, what you will do. See, first thing that I'll suggest you, please do not do anything new just before the exam. I mean, please do not take any new topic just before the exam, because you are already done with your preparations. Now, the last thing you need to do a day before exam is to eat healthy food, drink ample water, and above all, sleep well with the minimum duration of 7 hours. This is very important. Make sure you modify your sleep cycle if needed, because you won't be drowsy during your test lot on the day of examination. It happens at times because students do what? They wake up whole night and get ready for the examination, and during the mains examination they just feel sleepy, and because of feeling sleepy they do not give their best. In spite of having knowledge, they are not able to give their best. So I'll suggest you these things, that you have to eat healthy food, drink water as much as possible. I mean, you should not over limit the quantity. Please use the ample amount of water and sleep well. These are the points for the just a day before examination what you have to do. So I have already told you this planning, that how can you plan whole of your syllabus and what you have to do just day before your exam. So please follow all these steps. We have already prepared a lecture on which we have told you what should be the study plan over there, so you can follow from there. All the study plan we have told about each and every subject, that what all time hours should be there. Now that's all from my side, and we are giving a RRB rank booster quiz daily at 10 a.m. and where there are 15 questions and 15 minutes are given for that. So this quiz link is given in the description. Please follow that part and keep on giving quiz. Now please do like, comment and share as much as possible, so that we can keep on bringing videos for you, so that you can get selected in the first attempt itself. Now thanking you for watching this video. Thank you.